key component of planning for a backpacking trip is something that I think gets overlooked. Backpacking is not just day hiking with an overnight. It requires a different set of skills. Who you pick as your backpacking companions can make the difference between a successful trip or a very miserable, unsuccessful trip. The reason I love backpacking is because I think it is a crucible for friendship. Either come out of the trip a new best friend, or you are spending multiple days with whoever you choose to backpack with in stressful and grueling situations. Here are two things that I think are super important to keep in mind when picking your backpacking companions. First of all is the mix of skills on the trip. I think you should have 2 experienced people every 1 brand new backpacker. That way, if one of the experienced people becomes incapacitated or something goes wrong, you still have somebody else who knows what they're doing to be able to handle a bad situation. And if you have all experienced people on the trip, I like to look at the mix of skills. So for example, I'm really good at picking the route, pulling permits, planning the trip. I suck at doing a bear hang and lighting a fire. I can do both of those things, but it's stressful. So I'm gonna look for a backpacking companion that can do both of those things that I am not as good at. Second thing to take into account when planning for a backpacking trip and who your companions are gonna be is temperament. Now this is so important. Something is going to go wrong. Nature does not give a shit about your plans. So one thing that I take into account when planning a backpacking trip and figuring out who I want to go with is how do I think that person is going to react when something goes wrong. And even if you have the most perfect backpacking conditions and you're having a great trip, it's about vibe too. If you're with someone who's just constantly complaining and super miserable, you're not going to have a good time. I work full time. My backpack, that is my relaxing time. That's my time to get outside, have a good time, be happy. And so I'm not going to pick someone who's more on the negative side. That's just not fun. Let me know in the comments, what do you think makes a good backpacking companion?